So your body's facing this way. Diana, you did it. Your whole body is facing the smart board, so I know you're ready. Roger, you're sitting like a cowboy in your chair, so I know that you are ready. Awesome job. Today, we are going to talk about tens frames. Say tens frames. A tens frame looks like this. Turn and tell somebody at your table where you have seen us work with a tens frame before. Your table. Okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. I saw a lot of you look at the calendar and say calendar. We use tens frames at the calendar. Every single day we use tens frames to show the day that we're in. So today is January 31st. So we filled up 3 tens frames all the way, 10, 20, 30. And then we have 1 dot in that 4th tens frame. So it's 30 and then 1 more. So what number does that make?
31.
31. So today we're going to be working with tens frames. Say tens frames.
Tens frames.
But today, instead of just showing some different numbers like we have on the calendar, today we have a strategy that we want to use. Say strategy.
Strategy.
When you say strategy, I want you to point to your head and say strategy.
Strategy.
Say strategy.
Strategy.
So the strategy that we're going to use, which is something that's going to help our brain think better, is called part, whole. Say part, whole. Part, whole. Yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one part and another part and the whole part. So take a look at this tens frame. So for this tens frame, part, whole would be, well, the first part is what we can see. Say what we can see.
What can we see?
And what can you see? 3 dots. The second part is what you can't see. Say what you can't see. Very good. So the part that we can't see is 1, 2,
4, 5, 6, 7.
So the part that we can't see is 7. Then whole is the whole thing. Say the whole thing. How many's in the whole thing? 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Now I heard somebody say 10 before we were even done counting. How many of you knew that there were already going to be 10 before we were even done counting? Tell somebody at your table how you knew there were going to be 10.
Yeah, that's 5 plus 5 is 7 plus 5. There's 5 and the bottom, so that equals 10.
Classy class.
Yes.
I heard several people say, well, there's 5 spaces on top, there's 5 spaces on bottom, so that equals 10. What's this called again? Tens frame. So how many are in a tens frame? 10. So the strategy, say strategy, that we're going to use today with our tens frame, say tens frame, is part, whole. The first part is what you can see. The second part is what you can't see. And the whole is the whole thing. Okay, we are going to play a round of quick images like you've played before where you have to remember what you see. Except this time, you'll have a strategy called part, part, whole to help you remember. You don't need your notebooks, but you do need your dry erase marker and eraser. I'm going to give you your own tens frame that you can write on and wipe off. So you need your marker and your eraser so you can play quick images. No, Uriel, marker and eraser. Okay. So remember for quick images, you get about 5 seconds to see it once. Then you write it. Then I show it to you again for a few more seconds to double check. And then if you need to make any fixes, you can. So don't forget the strategy we're using is part, part, whole. That will help you remember what you can see and what you can't see and how many are there all together. So that you can remember what to put in your tens frame.
Tens frame.
Very good. Okay. Here's the first one. We start off a little easy, and then it gets harder. You ready? You should have your tens frame in front of you. That could be on the table, it could be in your lap, or it could be on the floor. If you have it in your lap, put a book or a folder underneath it. But you need to be smartboard ready so you can see. Diana, you did it. She's sitting sideways in her chair. She's got her notebook underneath her tens frame. Jaya, you did it. You've got it right on your table in front of you. Malia, you almost did it. You need to turn around. Turn your whole body so you can see. Flip it over, Alex. There you go. All right. So all you need to do to make the tens frame is fill in the missing dots, the first part. So the strategy is part, part, whole. You can use what helps you. If it helps you to remember the first part that you can see, use that. If it helps you remember the second part, what you can't see, then use that. If it helps you remember what the whole thing looks like, then use that. Okay? So you should not have anything on your tens frame yet, because I haven't showed you anything yet. Ready?
Yeah.
Put your hands up in the air. Okay, make it. All right, hands in the air. Here it is in case you need to check.
Okay.
All right, that one was pretty easy, right? So the first part is 1. What's the second part that you can't see? 9. And what's the whole thing? 10. So part, part, whole is 1 plus 9 equals 10. Here's the part, part, and the whole. All right, erase. Let's try another one. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here's the next one. Hands up. Your hand should be up. Okay, make it. All right, here it is if you need to check it. All right, so let's see what would that look like for part, part, whole. What's the first part that you can see? What's the part you can't see? Good. And what's the whole? 10. Very good. So part, part, whole. Good job. Erase. All right, here's the next one. Hands up. Ah, I tricked you. You thought it was going to go 1, 2, 3, but it didn't.
It went 1.
Your hands are up, Sean.
1, 2, 5.
All right, make it.
1, 2, 3. This is easy peasy. 5. You fill up the whole top row. That's all you do. Fill up the whole top row.
Hands up. Check it. How'd you do? All right, now I heard some people say fill up the top row. So that's the first part. How many are in the top row?
5.
How many's in the next part?
5.
That's the bottom row, right? And what's the whole?
10.
So, part, whole. Look at somebody and say, you did it.
You did. You did. You did.
Erase. Let's do a couple more. I think you're getting it. So the first part is what you
See.
The second part is what you
Don't see.
and then the whole is the
All of it.
all of it, the whole thing. All right, here's another one.
Hands up.
Hands up.
Wait. Feet apart. She's mixing it up.
Hands are up. Hands are up.
Like hands up.
Okay, make it.
Easy lemon.
Okay, check it. What's the first part? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the second part? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's the whole thing? 10. All right. Part, whole. All right, let's do 2 more. Erase. I'm going to have to find a tricky one for you. Okay, ready? Hands up. Make it. Yurdiel, did you see it? You got to make it.
That was easy. You said it was
Yurdiel, you have to make it by looking at the board, not at his. All right, check it. All right, what's the first part?
3.
What's the second part?
7.
How do you know what the second part is? What are you doing to figure that out? Jajaya? Counting what? What's the second part? The part you can't see, the empty boxes, right? And how many is that?
There is outdoor recess. Outdoor recess.
Well, maybe some people didn't hear. All right, erase. Here comes your last one.
Well, this is easy. I want to take it because
This one will for sure be tricky.
no, that's gonna be.
Ready? Hands up.
No, it's
Hands are up. Eyes are up here. Your hands are up. Your hands are up. Now, I've had to remind several people of that. Okay, hands down.
That's easy lemon. Oops. She said it's a bar, but it's easy. I said that.
Okay, check it. Okay, so what did you do to help yourself remember that one?
I took the
Camila?
picture.
Okay, so she saw the whole thing was filled up, right? So what's the first part? 10. What's the second part? This is what makes it tricky.
0.
You're right, because is there anything you can't see? No, they're all filled up. So what can't you see? Nothing. I can see it all. And all of it is how much? 10. Okay.
10 equals 0.
Here's your last job.
10 equals 0.
Erase. Your job is to take turns at your table teaching somebody else the strategy that we used today. We used part, whole. So, you need to take turns with some people at your table. You need to take turns being the teacher and being the student. If you are the teacher, it's your job to teach the students what does part, whole mean. If you're the student, it's your job to pretend like you've never heard of part, whole. So, remember what we talked about. What does this part mean? What does this part mean? And what does the whole mean? You have to use that to explain to the people at your table what it means. Everybody takes a turn. Do the click test with your marker. Put your marker in your sock away, because you do not need that to teach anybody. And you can keep that one, Alex. As soon as everybody at your table has put away their marker and your sock, take turns teaching the people at your table what this part whole means. Okay? Okay. The first part. Tell them.
Puedes ver. Primera parte es un parte
And the
puedes
second
ver.
part is what you.
Y segunda parte, esa parte no puedes ver.
Okay? You say
Y
these.
todo es okay. Y primera parte, esa parte puedes ver. Repite. Puedes ver. La segunda parte, esa parte no puedes ver. Repite.
The second part is what you. The whole is right take a turn. Okay, at the blue table, we're on our last teacher. So that means 1, 2, 3, we're on the 4th teacher, so keep moving.
Okay. Okay, I'm the teacher. No, I'm the teacher. I'm scared. I'm okay. Okay.
¿Cuántos partes
I don't know
puedes
why.
ver?
Because 14.
Uno,
Joni, this part whole means.
tres.
The first part is what you.
¿Cuántos partes no puedes
The
ver?
second part is what you.
Uno,
And then the last part is the.
tres,
Stick it somewhere for whole is. Julia, tell what part whole is. What's the first part? What's the second part?
todos son
And the last part
todos
Thanks. Tell what
tres
part
más
whole is.
veces son muy bien.
Did they all take a turn?
I think so, yeah.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, 3.
You were all fabulous teachers. Everybody had chance to teach their tables what part, whole means. So let's do it one more time together.
Part, whole.
What you can see.
What you can see is the whole thing.
Raise the roof, lower the floor, climb the wall. You did it. Great job.